Let's kick things off right away. Welcome to This Explainer. Look, we are going to completely demystify the world of finance today. We're taking all that confusing jargon and, well, turning it into actionable clarity. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by those massive textbooks or super complicated tutorials, you are in the exact right place for a clear, structured roadmap.
We're actually pulling all our insights today from a fantastic resource, Learn Finance with Richa. It's this highly practical, totally beginner-friendly guide designed specifically for students and young professionals. The whole point? Building real, usable skills instead of just cramming theoretical knowledge into your brain.
Right off the bat, I want to share the author's incredibly comforting philosophy. The quote goes, "Every expert was once a beginner. Aaj ka confusion, kal ki clarity banega," which basically translates to this beautiful truth. The confusion you might be feeling today, it's literally just a stepping stone to tomorrow's absolute clarity. Keep that mindset front and center as we break this stuff down. Okay, here is our game plan for today. We'll start by demystifying the finance world. Then we'll map out its 5 main branches. After that, we're looking at the essential skills you need, modeling a real-world chai shop, which is super fun, diving into MIS reporting and dashboards, and finally, building your very own action plan. Let's get into it. All right, Section 1. Demystifying the finance world. Getting the big picture. You know, a lot of people think finance is just, intimidating math or really abstract theories. But let's look at what it actually means out there in the professional arena.
Here is the absolute golden rule of the industry. Finance simply equals data plus decisions. That's it. Your entire job as a finance professional is to take raw transaction data, just the basic numbers, and use tools like Excel to convert them into a meaningful story. Why? So that decision makers, like managers or the CEO, can actually take action to guide the company. You're the storyteller.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 5 branches of finance, or how to find your path, because the industry is massive, right? To keep from getting overwhelmed, we're going to categorize this giant ecosystem into 5 distinct lanes.
What's really fascinating is the sheer variety here. You've got corporate finance for managing a company's internal funds, financial modeling for basically predicting the future in Excel, and MIS reporting for delivering those crucial data stories to executives. Then there's insurance finance for calculating risk, and investment banking for structuring massive corporate deals. Whether you want to project future revenues or negotiate major mergers, I promise there's a specialized niche for your interests.
So what does it take to actually make it? Let's hit Section 3, Essential Skills for Finance Success. Because to thrive in any of those 5 branches, you need a very specific overlapping toolkit. And here are your 2 5-star absolute non-negotiables. On the technical side, mastering Microsoft Excel. You need to know those shortcuts and functions inside out. It is your secret weapon. On the analytical side, extreme attention to detail. I mean it. You have to meticulously double-check every single number you touch. You've got to practice these 2 things daily.
But here's a critical distinction the author makes. Finance में सिर्फ formulas नहीं, problem-solving attitude चाहिए. This means numbers and Excel, they're just your tools. What you really need is a problem-solving attitude. Your true value to any company doesn't come from memorizing a formula. It comes from your critical analytical thinking. Let's actually put that problem-solving into action with Section 4, Modeling a Chai Shop. This is where the numbers tell a story. I love this part because we get to apply advanced financial concepts to something we all know and love, a local tea stall.
As Richa points out, a financial model is just Excel में एक story. It's simply a story written in Excel, a tale of past, present, and future numbers. We are literally just going to write down the mathematical story of what it takes to make Richa's Chai Corner a highly successful business.
Every great model follows a super logical 4-step flow. First, inputs. This is your basic data and assumptions. Second, calculations. Processing those inputs using your Excel formulas. Third, outputs. Getting your actual results like revenue and profit. And finally, the dashboard. Creating a clean visual summary for management to review. Let's plug in the actual numbers for our Chai Dukan base case. Imagine we assume we sell 100 cups a day at 30 rupees a cup, working 26 days a month. Run the calculation and boom, that generates 78,000 rupees in monthly revenue. But wait, we have to subtract operational costs, right? Raw materials, rent, utilities, paying a helper, that brings our total monthly cost to 49,200 rupees. So what's the big takeaway? Translating that raw, abstract data reveals a highly tangible, incredibly healthy 36.9% profit margin for our chai shop. We are left with exactly 28,800 rupees in pure monthly profit. It's amazing how clearly the story unfolds when you just organize the numbers.
Now, we can't just calculate a base case and call it a day. We need to stress test this thing using sensitivity analysis, or what we call what-if analysis. Look at how our profits swing. If we have a pessimistic, really bad month, selling only 60 cups a day, our profit drops to 8,580 rupees. But conversely, on an optimistic, fantastic month selling 150 cups, our profit absolutely surges to 52,800 rupees.
Okay, Section 5, MIS Reporting and Dashboards, or Making Sense of the Data. Once our chai shop is up and running and hopefully scaling, how does the owner track all these targets without absolutely drowning in a sea of daily receipts?
This is exactly where MIS comes to the rescue. A management information system acts as a critical filter. It gives executives a high-level snapshot of key performance indicators by creating accurate, single-page dashboards. This way, leaders can make lightning-fast decisions without having to dig through every single transaction. It's a total game changer.
And different leaders need different filters, right? A sales manager is going to rely on a daily sales report to check on the immediate day-to-day operations. Meanwhile, a CEO or a CFO, they need the monthly P&L, or maybe a rapid flash report generated just 2 or 3 days after the month ends. MIS simply ensures that the right decision maker gets exactly the right data, perfectly on time.
Which leads us to Section 6, your action plan. It's time to build your own path. You've got the macro landscape of the industry down, and you understand the micro skills of financial modeling. Now, let's see how you can build a personal, actionable roadmap.
The source material is huge on taking action right now, giving you 3 distinct steps to build momentum today. First, physically write down your ultimate finance goal. Second, Google 3 real job postings to map out exactly which skills you're currently missing. And third, take your own monthly budget, income minus expenses equals savings, and use that to build your very first financial model in Excel, right now.
As you dive into these practical steps, keep this empowering thought in your head. Finance, padna rocket science nahi hai. Breaking into finance is not rocket science. Seriously, if you follow a structured path, focus on problem solving, and master your tools, you can absolutely achieve clarity and success in this field.
You've seen firsthand just how simple and logical modeling a local chai shop can be. You now hold the fundamental equation for turning raw data into strategic decisions. So, here's my challenge to you. What local business are you going to model next to kickstart your finance portfolio and prove you're ready for the industry? Dive into Excel, start building your story, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.